Be easy, coming in hot, baby. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife.
Here comes the kidnapper, baby. Woo! Pro level plays right there. This was such a great play by Be Easy. Oh my god, that's a pro strategy right there, guys. Take notes from that. Welcome to the channel. My name is Grizzy, and today I got something special for you. Today we're talking Apex Legends Season 7 Ranked with a coaching video. This video is going to provide you guys with tips and strategies on how to maximize your RP so you guys are going to be able to hit that rank that you've always wanted to achieve. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to thank all of you guys for the continued growth on the channel. The videos have been doing so well lately, and we're close to reaching 1,000 subs. Honestly, that's just surreal to me, and it means so much. Seriously, guys, if you are interested in improving at Apex, this is the right channel for you, and if you haven't already subscribed, it would mean so much to me if you did subscribe and helped us to reach that 1,000 subscriber milestone. Thank you seriously for all the support from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's get right into this video. With this video, we're going to be analyzing Be Easy's gameplay in Platinum PC lobbies. I'll also make sure to provide some general tips before we get into the gameplay that you can utilize specifically to help you in rank this season. Be Easy plays on PC with a controller. He's currently Plat 4 and he does wish to return to Diamond Ranked again. Also, if you guys are interested in me reviewing your gameplay, make sure you guys comment down below and we'll work something out. So without further ado, let's get into the Season 7 rank tips. First off, let's talk legend composition. I feel like a lot of people in lower levels like gold and silver simply play the game with whoever they have the most fun with. And don't get me wrong, this game is all about having fun, but if you're wanting to reach the highest level in ranked, you might want to utilize some of the legends that are going to be super beneficial to you and your team. I seriously see so many Octanes, so many Lobas and gold and even platinum rank, and honestly these legends don't really provide a whole lot of value to the team. Now before I get flamed for hating on Loba or Octane, I do think that Loba's ultimate can help the team early game, but her ultimate really is not going to do much for the team in those final circles in order to put you and your team on that championship banner, and that's what it is all about, getting dubs, getting ranked wins, and getting more RP. I highly suggest that every single team in ranked should run a recon legend. That is tip number 1. That means running a Bloodhound, a Crypto, or a Pathfinder. I don't see enough plat and gold teams utilizing beacons when these beacons give you so much valuable information that's going to help you to win more games. Next up, tip number 2, Olympus, the third party, is absolutely nuts. People thought Kings Canyon was wild when it comes to third party in ranked, but Olympus is even more hectic when it comes to dealing with multiple teams. For this reason, I suggest every team needs to run a legend or composition that can deal with third parties. The best legends in the game for dealing with third parties are Caustic and Gibraltar. Caustic can throw traps down for you and your team to recover, maybe you can hold up bunker indoors, and Gibraltar can drop a bubble that will allow a Wraith to portal from and prevent incoming damage. Now the last legend in the team composition you can get creative with, Wraith is a common staple due to her portal ability, due to the phase ability, but feel free to try out and experiment other different compositions, Bangalore, Revenant, Lifeline, whoever fits your playstyle. You just want to try to utilize legends that can help you reposition safely around the map. So next up, I want to talk about is finding your team's IGL or in-game leader. Whenever watching some gold and plat ranked and even diamond ranked lobbies or teams, I don't really notice one player as taking the lead. With one player making the decisions, it establishes a clear and concise game plan that is going to lead you to more wins just because everybody's going to be on the same page. I see so many teams in these lower lobbies not really playing as a unit because there's not that one shot caller that everyone listens to. When things are intense, you need to have that one person that their call is what you're gonna do and how you're gonna follow through. A lot of times, for example, the Wraith on the team is the IGL, The Wraith can kind of determine what is safe for entry fragging and for exiting fights, with her abilities and with her portal. So the next general ranked tip for the season is I noticed teammates not really utilizing positioning correctly. A lot of people go off on their own, and ranked, as corny as it sounds, you kind of want to be hip to hip with your teammates most of the time. And what you can do when you and your teammates are playing as a unit, you guys are playing pretty close together, you can kind of isolate enemies that are off on their own. A quick 2v1 on an isolated enemy will give you a very, very quick and huge advantage, as the enemy team has one less player that will allow you to win more fights. Now, lastly, with these gold and platinum lobbies is communication. I don't hear enough specific but concise comms. Make sure you're cool and collected, but state things in fights that are beneficial to the team. Things like, I'm going on the right, I'm taking a battery, don't push without me. Those are just specific examples that I don't hear enough when reviewing these VODs. And my biggest pet peeve of all is when your teammate gets knocked and they don't provide you with any information. If you get knocked down, tell your teammate or that final solo teammate how damaged the enemy is and how many are still up. That quick and concise information that, hey, the last guy's shield is cracked, might change your teammate's outlook on the fight, and they might be more aggressive and be able to pull off that, squad wipe and win for your squad. So this is just one little simple tip, but you know what? It's gonna help so much, and I promise everyone can work on their comms. That's something that everyone should try to do and can get better at the more they play and the more they practice. All right, so guys, now that we've gone over some general tips for ranked this season, let's get right into Be Easy's platinum ranked gameplay. All right, so let's check out their team legend comp. Like we talked before, Bloodhound. I like seeing the Bloodhound. I like seeing that Scout legend. Wraith, always a staple, always very good, especially at repositioning on this map can also help against third parties. As you're getting third partied by a lot of teams here on Olympus, Wraith can kind of set her portal to get you in better places, get you in buildings, get you around or inside of buildings. Now, Mr. Poopy Banana over here, man. I don't know about the name, I don't know about the legend choice.
Uh-oh, Bloodhound! Uh-oh, Bloodhound! Uh-oh, Bloodhound! Stop!
But anyway, Octane's not going to be very beneficial to the team. With the addition of Horizon, I mean, she pretty much does what Octane can do for the team, and she does that every about 15 seconds on cooldown. So honestly, Octane, not a very good pick for the team comp. Again, right here, I would rather see a utility legend, someone that can provide a lot of benefit to the team in a various number of ways. That's like Gibraltar. I mean, he is an ultimate that can be used to zone teams out, that can be used to, get teams off of high ground. You got your bubble, which is very good defensively, and it also helps defend off third parties with that bubble. So again, I don't really like this selection here with Octane, but hey, let's get right into the game. All right, so let's take a look at their drop, see how it goes, see where they're rotating, see how that plays out. Looks like they like hydroponics. What I like to do, me and my team, we pick a place and we try to master it each rank split. So we've been going carrier a lot this split, and we've kind of mastered carrier. Carrier has a beacon that's usually there. It has crafting that's usually there, and a ton of loot at carrier. And you don't really have a lot of teams that challenge you there. If a team does challenge you, it's usually just one, and you can have that isolated 1v1 fight. So we're going to let them loot up here. Not a lot is going to happen here in this early game. They weren't contested. We're going to fast forward kind of to their first engagement and kind of go from there. Now, I will point out they do have plenty of crafting material here. A quick tip, batteries are huge and ranked. Lots of healable items are really going to help you, especially in Olympus when the fights are so long range and you're picking at other teams from longer ranges. You're going to want a lot of healable items like batteries. So I really suggest that they craft batteries here, and they actually end up not doing that. So just a little tip, something that can be easily adjusted is just make sure you're crafting batteries with these crafting stations. Make sure you're crafting whatever you need from those places. They're pretty clutch. The first thing that I would have done differently in this scenario versus this specific team is if you look in the top left corner, there is a beacon. Beacons are huge. You guys have a Bloodhound. They give you free information in the game. And what's going to happen is if you guys utilize that beacon, you are right there. If you guys just go over there, you scan the beacon, then that's going to change your trajectory, where you're rotating to. I noticed later on, you guys kind of rotate straight into middle of Hammond Labs. If you guys knew exactly where the ring was going to be, you know, maybe you guys could have found a safer way to rotate to that next ring because of this beacon that you guys passed up. Make sure, guys, play beacon to beacon. That is something that me and my team did all last split on Kings Canyon. If you play beacon to beacon, you're going to be one step ahead of those enemy teams, and you can utilize this information to literally find the best location to hold up and to guard and defend off third parties because you're going to have that knowledge of where the ring is going. So again, also let's talk about kind of weapon meta a little bit. He is rocking a flatline Mastiff. He's going to be more close range than he is long range, but his flatline does have a 2x bruiser on it, which is a great sight. The flatline's just not the most accurate weapon at medium or longer ranges, but that's okay. You know, he's Wraith. Wraith is the entry fragger. You kind of want that Wraith to go in first, crack a shield, get a knock, and then Wraith can phase out and then kind of push with the team together as a unit. So that close range weapon combo goes hand in hand with his Wraith Legend selection. So keep in mind, you know, what Legend you are playing can determine what best weapon loadout you're rocking. So for instance, Gibraltar. Gibraltar is the best Mastiff Legend in the game. He's got an arm shield and he's got a bubble. If you challenge a good Gibraltar in a bubble that has a Mastiff, you are asking for a death wish. Like, it's really, really hard to kill a really good Gibraltar with a Mastiff and in his bubble with his arm shield. So also, in addition to rocking that Mastiff, Gibraltar is such a good G7 Scout legend. The downfall of the G7 Scout is that you have a slow strafe speed, but Gibraltar can just hold angles with his arm shield, so it doesn't matter as much. He's just such a tank, and he can use a G7 Scout more efficiently than any other legend in the game. So that's what I want you guys to remember. Rock loadouts that are beneficial for your specific legend. All right, they found their first enemies here on the right. Let's see how they play it. So they're running. I want to hear comms. No one's talking on the team. Their positioning's not bad. They're all kind of in unison. They're all together. No one's really talking though. I mean, we did talk about comms. You know, talk. I'm pushing on the left. Gibraltar bubble here in front. All right, so this situation right here, Fat Taco just got hit. He got a lot of damage just hit on him. There are at least 3 teams in front of you, right? There are 7 other teams, 23 total players in the lobby. Really, you guys don't need to be involved in this. In like a Diamond Master Pred lobby, you don't know a lot of the variables going into this fight. You don't know where teams are inside. You don't know which teams are going to potential third party this fight. Honestly, I don't think you engage on this fight. I think you rotate. You go back this way. I think honestly, you rotate out this way towards the inside of Turbine. That way you can get in towards the ring that way, and you kind of bypass all the teams that are over here and all the teams that are fighting inside of Hammond Labs, just because you don't want to put yourself in that scenario where you can't control all the variables around you. You want to have 3v3s, one team versus one team fights, and right here you're just kind of walking blindly into a fight. That's just my opinion. And it's not playing scared or anything. It's just playing smart and getting to the next ring safely and picking fights that are just beneficial to you, that put you in an advantage to win. There's one knocked inside. The scan's pretty nice. He's going in with the Wraith portal. He's getting aggressive with the portal. You can be aggressive pushing and third partying with the portal. Oh shit! He kidnapped him. We gotta watch that again. We gotta watch that again. Be easy, coming in hot, baby. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Here comes the kidnapper, baby. Woo! Dude, those are pro level plays right there. If you guys did not know, when you are Wraith, you can set a portal, and when you get to that exact point, do it exactly like this. When you have someone right in front of you, you phase, and then you run through them and set the portal. If you run through them, set the portal, it's going to throw them right back at your team. You can kidnap them, and your teammates can finish the kill. This was such a great play by Be Easy. Oh my god, that's a pro strategy right there, guys. Take notes from that.
I kidnapped him! I kidnapped him!
Unfortunately, the other team ends up stealing this kill there. But that's alright, man. Nice freaking play, dude. Keep that up.
You went out? Yeah, bro. Gosh dang it, dude. Why can't I get a fucking QB and save that alive?
There's a team inside. There's a team up top. Like I said, the storm's coming in pretty soon. The variables aren't really in your guys' favor. Somebody's resin up top. Nice hip fire. Nice hip fire. Nice massive shot. Hey, easy, man. Easy's out here. Get some easy RP. Stealing that kill, man. Stealing that kill. I see you. Getting that KP. So just going back with starting this fight, I talked about it earlier before the video started. I think that every team needs an IGL. I think be easy. I think you need to step up as that IGL, and you need to say, hey, we're going in on this. I'm portaling into this building. Come with me, or I'm portaling in. I'm going to kidnap. You guys hang at the end of my portal. You just need to be a little more of an IGL, a little more assertive. I feel like you guys are kind of going into these fights and just kind of going with the motions and seeing what happens, not necessarily controlling your own fate and kind of controlling those variables like we talked about. So just be more assertive. Be that IGL. Be that team leader like you're a quarterback on the team, all right? But positioning, there's a guy on your team who's just completely off the scene. If you come over here, if you look, you know, you guys are chilling at Hammond's right now, getting your loot. What ends up happening is Fat Taco, man. This man's up here. He's eating tacos at the waterfall, baby. The best spot in Olympus to eat tacos. But you know what? This man is nowhere near his team. So what I'm saying is this guy a lot of times in ranked matches is going to cost that game for you because he's going to be all by himself and he's going to get killed by a team being all out there all alone. Just remember positioning, holding angles, and being accountable for your teammates and helping your teammates out. All right, so up here, they hear shots. They're about to third party this fight. They get a great Bloodhound scan. Bloodhound is a great legend, especially for third parties and even preventing third parties. One thing that I don't see Bloodhounds do enough is sometimes you know what's going on in front of you. Mid-fight, Bloodhound, if he has kind of time to relax, he can sometimes even scan behind you. That scan reaches really far back. So sometimes you can let your Bloodhound know, scan behind us. See if a third party is coming. That can kind of help prevent the third party. So they push up. Again, they get that Bloodhound scan. He's got the 2x bruiser on the flat line. Good shots, good shots. Okay, knocked one on the lower ground. You know there's guys up top. You know there's guys on the bottom. So right here, let's look at this fight, okay? You got two guys here, and you're on the lower ground, right? This is the low ground, and this is the high ground. Obviously, the high ground is always going to have advantage in fights. You want to be up in this position. Obviously, you're going to hit way more shots if you're this man shooting down on these targets from low ground position. You're going to get way more headshots. It's going to be so much easier for you and for your teammates. Here is actually the one time in this whole game where Octane potentially could be useful. You know, you could take a jump pad to get to this high ground. I think that what happens here, what you guys need to do is realize these two guys, they're not on the same team. They're duking it out. All right. There's also people up here fighting as well. You want to be on high ground when that fight ends. I don't care that this is a plat game. Later on, when the games get harder, the opponents get harder, you're going to need every single situation to be in your favor, to be your advantage. So what you want to do here is I think you don't really necessarily worry about these guys. I think you guys jump pad, you guys rotate over here, you third party this, and you win this fight up here, and that way you get an easy cleanup down here. Easy cleanup on these guys on the low ground. And later on, you realize that one had a gold res. That's okay. If he gets a gold res, you guys just shoot him while he's trying to revive. So you know what? Don't focus so much on the low ground. Make sure you keep good position. You guys could have had way better positioning on this third party. Instead, you stick to the low ground for far too long.
It's too there. I'm nading in. Hey, watch the high ground on the left. Watch high ground on the left.
I mean, you're telling your guy to watch high ground. I think you guys can go up there. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you don't need to stay on this low ground for this long. So instead, you guys are all low ground. You're kind of waiting for that team on high ground to finish when you guys could have had that position on high ground in the first place. Guy's got white armor. He's cracked. Nice. You don't always need to try to kidnap people. Even though you do a good job here, I don't know how you don't get that Pathfinder, honestly. So your Octane gets fried. Don't res right here. They're going to be watching. Taking portal's a little risky as well, but hey, you guys pull it off. So I don't know why that guy thought that if you're in smoke, you can just revive for free. So, you know, that enemy wasn't the best. So GG's though, GG's. All right, so they noticed that this team is pushing. They are pushing down this hallway. The other team is down this way. So let's kind of see what happens here. BZ pushes up. He takes this good cover here, which I really like. He gets the thermite out. Great throw, great throw. Taking one for flesh. Push off of that. He gets the knock. Perfect opportunity. Everyone push together, push as a unit. When you guys get that first knock, if your teammates are healthy, push together. Get to moving. Get to capitalizing on that first knock. And he does. Nice little wall jump. So what I'm thinking here is Be Easy has a thermite right here. If you can see, what I do here is if a lifeline is rezzing, I try to throw an arc star or I try to throw a thermite right where that shield is so that as soon as he tries to get up, boom, he's dead. It's not happening. So here you stand up. I think you chuck a grenade just right here. Boom. This guy's dead. You don't have to worry about him. And then you come backwards and then you start initiating the fight on this guy, okay? Instead, you just start shooting at the caustic, which is fine. Good shots, good shots. Nice. You end up hitting that guy with the Mastiff instead. Here, what you do, Be Easy, is you're not utilizing a head peek. So what you're forgetting about doing here is utilizing the head glitch. With this cover, you can use this cover right here. You're kind of poking your whole body too far and making yourself too far exposed for this fight. So what I would say is I would take one further step back. If you take a step back in this direction, let's see, let's go back a tad bit here. You walk forward, take your shots. Right here, I think if you hang in this position, just right here, you have a lot more coverage on your character, on your legend. And then I think that when you can see this lifeline here, all she's going to be able to really see is like kind of your upper neck. So that's what I think you capitalize on. You're going to be a much more difficult target to hit if you're utilizing this head glitch where they can only see your head and they can't see your chest or lower midsection. So like we talked about, he knocks the Octane. He doesn't take that step back. Still, he's really, really exposed in this fight. He takes a lot of damage. His teammates got his back. And then he pushes up and boom, GG's, champion squad. And that's what I like to see. That's what I want you guys to be having. I want you guys to be having those big game dubs in your platinum, in your diamond, in your masters lobbies. So guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the tips and you got something from it. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And hey, I'm Grizzy, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.